Nah, mate.
Can't stop, won't stop moving.
Don't speak the language.
Music.
Don't need explain.
Good morning guys, and welcome back to my channel. So as you guys can tell from the title of this video, I am sharing with you guys my 6 tips in how to reduce anxiety and stress naturally. So within this video, I will be showing you guys my more holistic approach to being able to control you, your emotions, and your mind. Because essentially stress and anxiety all stems from your thoughts and your mind. This topic I am so passionate about because I myself have suffered with anxiety and to this day really struggle with stress. And I can't express how much it can control your life if you aren't in control of it. Not only have I in the past suffered with really bad anxiety, but I know way too many people who suffer to this day with anxiety, and I know how hard it can be to take control of it within the moment. And I'm just putting it out there now, I'm not saying that I am a doctor and that I am able to cure anxiety, anything like that. Guys, my intentions are good, and all I'm doing is sharing you guys my knowledge that I've gained from my own experience with anxiety and mental illnesses. Anywho, let's jump straight into the video. Number 1, a weighted blanket. I know this sounds odd, and believe me, I didn't think it was going to work at first. I literally had this in my shopping cart for weeks. I was so hesitant that it wouldn't actually work because I've seen a lot of influencers like on YouTube and Instagram use it. And I was like, should I give this a go? I'm trying to find more things that I can use in the moment if I'm struggling really badly with stress or I'm feeling anxious. So I ended up purchasing it, and this one is the calming blanket. So the experiences that I'm getting from using this is kind of like everything I need when I'm suffering with stress or anxiety. So the calming blanket is particularly used for people who are struggling with insomnia, anxiety, and stress, and they use it like in their sleep to help them have a better sleep. But I'm actually using it in the day. So I'm using this if I want to meditate or use it as like my chill trigger. So you'll hear me talk about the word trigger quite a fair bit. So trigger and anchor. So I like to use certain objects, things like the calming blanket to trigger a sense of relief and calm within me. So when I am feeling super overwhelmed or stressed, I've associated this weighted blanket as a trigger point for me to calm down and to feel grounded, present, and have that sense of comfort. Because that's kind of what it is. Because it is like a weighted blanket, you literally feel like a mum hug. Because seriously, when I'm stressed or overwhelmed, that is all I need. I just need a big hug. And I feel like in the most least loneliest way possible, this blanket is practically my boyfriend. I'm not single anymore, guys. Your girl is dating the weighted blanket. So yeah, overall it just gives me that sense of relief and creates them feelings that I am looking for if I'm overwhelmed and stressed. So feeling grounded, present, and that comfort. So the added weight can actually activate the nervous system in a positive way, helping it to identify where your body parts are in relationship to the environment. So this is actually what allows you to calm down faster and give you that sense of like comfort and relief. And that's what we're looking for if we're struggling with anxiety or stress and feeling overwhelmed. So being able to use like a trigger, an object that is actually proven to do this, I just feel as though it's so handy to have in your home. And even if you do struggle with sleep, it is known to also help with that. So I myself, I don't struggle with sleep, so I can't be the one to judge and tell you if it does or not, but I know it does help me with stress and anxiety within the moment. If anyone is interested to know a little bit more about the calming blanket, I will actually leave the website where I got it from in the description below. Tip number 2, meditate. Okay. I know. You're probably rolling your eyes and thinking, well, duh. And I also know that meditation is easier said than done. How the flip do we have a successful meditation session? We are literally sitting there doing nothing, yet half the population struggles to do it. And don't you worry, I was definitely one of them. As you guys know, I have so much energy and I do actually struggle to sit still. So applying meditation to my weekly routine was so difficult at first. So if I can do it, you can do it. So here are my hacks. Hack number 1, calm environment.
For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable.
When I'm meditating, I personally like to go to the beach. I never actually meditate at home. I never meditate literally anywhere else apart from the beach. So find your environment where you mentally thrive most in, where you feel the best in. You need it to be quiet with minimal distractions and people around you. So no dogs, no smell of food, nothing. Hack number 2, create 3 different types of meditation that you do. So mine are, I either have a session where I'm manifesting, I'm problem solving, or I'm just doing it to become more grounded and present. So if you don't actually know what manifesting is, that is something that I try to apply quite often. Basically, manifesting is it's kind of like goal setting, but using your mind to literally create what you want. So it's a form of law of attraction where you're putting out what you want. So you're literally visualizing your goals, things that you want to achieve, who you want to be, places that you want to be, what you want in life. So I will have a separate meditation session where I'm using that to manifest either something to do with my business, my relationships, my goals. Then I will have another separate one where I'm doing it to become more grounded and present. So I like to do that if I'm quite stressed or I find I'm overthinking and just self-sabotaging myself. As humans, we naturally self-sabotage ourselves, and I find I do that if I have a very frantic mind. So if I have a meditation session where I'm becoming more grounded and present, that allows me to think with a more clearer mindset. And then I'll have another separate one for my problem solving. So if I am 1, overwhelmed, and 2, very stressed with what's going on with my life, I feel like there's so much happening and I'm completely out of control, this is when I like to problem solve, meditate. Yeah, it kind of makes sense, kind of doesn't, you get the drift. So if I'm having an argument with a family member or a close friend, and I kind of really want to analyze the situation and how I have reacted or how I have thought, I will problem solve, meditate. Or even if I'm struggling financially with a lot of bills, I feel like I'm in debt, I feel like I haven't had control over my money situation, I will sit back and analyze that. I'll ask myself why, am I spending too much in this area? Am I not making enough in this area? Analyzing the situation is everything to creating that control. Why meditate? If you want to stop overthinking, self-sabotaging yourself, or stressing, you need to stop trying to control out here and get inside your head. But in order to do that, we need to slow the mind down first. So one of my all-time favorite quotes from Albert Einstein, we can't solve problems by using the same kind of thinking we used when we created them. Mind blown. It makes so much sense. So basically what that is meaning, majority of the time, your racing, frantic mind created the problem. And your calmer, more grounded self, created through meditation, is the only thing that's going to solve the problem. So I'ma just need you to think about that one for a second. Tip number 3, journaling and drinking tea. So I've actually paired these ones together because they're kind of another trigger anchor that I like to use when I'm stressed. So there is an apparent reason why I join these two together, but it's kind of just a little ritual that I do in order to create that relief. So journaling in itself is something that has extremely helped me over the years. I literally have these 2 journals upstairs that I wrote in nearly every single day for 3 years. The reason why I like to journal is purely because it gets what you're thinking outside of your head and puts it more into perspective, because it can be really, really hard when we're having all these thoughts that are going on in our head that creates overthinking. We kind of feel a little bit out of control. So by doing this, journaling is giving you that sense of control again. It's making you more aware of how you're feeling, how you're thinking, and what you're thinking. Because I don't know about you guys, but majority of the time, I'm not even aware of what I'm thinking. I just get in this little autopilot mode and my thoughts just happen. But that is not what we want. We want to be more in control of our thoughts and be able to consciously feed the thoughts that we want to be present. So by journaling, that's making you more aware of how you're feeling and your thoughts. And by drinking a tea, I don't know what it is about drinking tea, but it just really calms me so much. That's good. This is peppermint tea. This is literally just the Twinings peppermint tea. I always drink this. Tip number 4, aromatherapy. Aromatherapy. Aroma. Tomato. So personally, I have only recently kind of like discovered the benefits of using essential oils, and I think it happened by accident. So like a year ago, I was given a whole bag of doTERRA essential oils. doTERRA, I don't know. And I'm just being real with you guys. I was like, this is a load of shit. How can a liquid make me feel a certain way? I just, no. No. You're kidding yourself. So I kind of just like, I used them with like the intentions that they weren't gonna work, and I just really didn't give them the time of day. I think I was just pissed because I tried the digestive zen when I was having a flare up, and it didn't work like at all. And I was like, you're a piece of shit. But there was probably so many reasons why it didn't work. It could have been my mindset, it could have been where I applied the oil, I don't even remember. So the reason why I have like found out how amazing they are is because I used it by accident. So I was going through this time where I wasn't actually sleeping well, which is super weird for me because I sleep like a mother licking rock. And then I found one of the oils in my drawer, and I think it was like the lavender peace one, or one of them that really helps you sleep. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll just give it a try. Anyway, so I was popping it on my pillow, and I kid you not, I had the best sleep of my life. So yes, I sleep like a rock, but I usually get up at least 1, 2, sometimes even 4 times to go to the toilet. Your girl got a weak bladder, okay? But this particular night, when I first used the oil, I didn't get up once. I had a solid 8, I think maybe even 9 hours sleep, and I woke up feeling like a goddess. Yeah, and then ever since then I've been using them every single night. And if you guys watch my recent vlog, you would have seen that my friend's mum actually bought me an oil diffuser. And this, game changer. Because I was like jabbing it on my pillow. I was a big time rookie. And now I've got this thing that diffuses the oil. My whole room smells like an oil. Nah, it smells really good. I have created such a good relationship with the smells. Again, they're a massive trigger point for me now. So the fragrant in essential oils actually promote well-being, they reduce stress naturally, and studies have shown that they literally boost your mood and can also help reduce blood pressure and heart rate. So the essential oils would actually be awesome paired with tip number 2, so meditating. Using your senses to help control your emotion and your state of mind is amazing. And I definitely do recommend it if you find that you do struggle with stress, anxiety, or like becoming more grounded and present, because not only are they going to help you do that, they're also going to be another trigger point for you to have. So having these trigger points and anchors, they're going to trigger you to create that mindset and get into that routine of feeling that sense of relief, switching from the state of mind that's stressed and frantic and anxious to a more calmer, happier, grounded self. So here I've popped up some essential oils that are actually promoted to help relieve stress and anxiety. I've also popped a link in the description below where I buy my essential oils from. So like I said, they are the doTERRA brand, which are a super high quality and I definitely recommend. Tip number 4, running. Okay, so I know when you're stressed or you're feeling the emotion of anxiety or you're just feeling really overwhelmed, sometimes the last thing that you want to do is something. You probably just want to hurtle in a ball and go upstairs in your room and just watch Harry Potter. And that's okay too, but personally, I like to work off like a ladder. So there's certain steps and things that I want to do to get to my more calmer, more optimal self. So it is also depending on what stress I'm feeling. But if I am feeling just like really work stress or just really frantic and my mind's running 100 miles an hour, I really do love to go for a run. So that's the first thing that I like to do on my little ladder. Blow off some steam, get some natural good endorphins happening, and then when I get home, I like to do something that's gonna make me feel good. So me, your girl loves food, and I'm not saying go and eat your emotions in food. I'm saying go make a nourishing meal. Something that's gonna make you feel good and energized. You don't wanna feel sluggish, you wanna feel good. So I personally already know the foods that make me feel good, so it's just being mindful of that. So I'll go make a fresh juice, a smoothie, a good salad, because food can play a massive part in how you're feeling mentally. So just be mindful of the choices that you are going to choose. So on the ladder, the next thing that I like to do is do something that's going to help me solve the problem. So why I'm getting anxiety, why I'm stressing. So whether that is something like meditating, journaling, listening to a podcast. Because like I said, you need to get yourself to a more calmer state of mind that is going to solve the problem. Because if you're just constantly going to like hang on ladder 1 and ladder 2, you're going to be pushing the problem away, pushing the emotion away, and it's going to come back every single time. So in order to fully take control of your anxiety, of your stress, you need to solve it. You need to take the control of it. Whether that is asking yourself why you're feeling this way, learning to control and switch your mindset within the moment. What solving and taking control of the situation, what that looks like to everyone is completely different. And tip number 5, listening to music, singing loudly and dancing. Yes, I know, sounds silly, sounds stupid, you're gonna make a complete fool of yourself. Oh, 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 my first love, my heart for the first time. Baby, baby, oh yeah. Now I'm all done, yeah, yeah. Now I'm gone. But it's so worth it. So some people, when they're, feeling stressed or anxious, they like to listen to like jazz or soothing music. Your girl, she likes to listen to like iTunes Top 100, hip hop, absolute sing-alongs that I know, well, I kinda know the words to. Music that makes me wanna move, dance, just be loud. And at first you're gonna have to fake it because you're gonna be sad, you're gonna be dwelling in something. But to get up and actually like dance and sing, it is like, you feel stupid, but it's so beneficial, so beneficial. I promise you, it completely changes the way you see yourself, the way you see everything. Because essentially, it's all about not taking life too seriously and creating happiness from nothing. Because as humans, we've been taught that happiness is created from things, materialistic stuff, from boyfriends, girlfriends, addictions, but you gotta understand that you can literally create happiness just with your thoughts. And I find like dancing and singing is it's a form of me to express who I am and just to realize that like, I am so grateful to just be able to just be myself and do whatever I want. So lastly, before I go, I do want to share a quick quote with you guys that I feel really resonates with this topic. Managing your stress could be the key to your success. And here I've also popped up some warning signs that you could be dealing with unconscious stress. And it's super important to become aware and to take control if you feel that you are suffering with stress. Because like I said, guys, you are not alone. I, to this day, still really struggle with stress. It is something that I am actively working on and getting so much better at because I am applying these 5 tips. Anyway guys, thank you so much for taking the time to watching this video. If it did help you in any way, make sure you do give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comments below. If you're new here, make sure you do subscribe and check out my latest video. Follow me on my socials. I will see you in my next video. Bye! First love.